Good morning from the October garden. If you can hear from my voice, I am fighting bronchitis. The weather recently went from 80 down to 40 and my body did not enjoy that. So it's kind of why I've been overdue for another garden tour. And we actually escaped and went up to the Northwoods for another about 4 or 5 days of camping and fishing, and that was great, even though we greatly neglected the garden and needing to do wood prep here for the winter. So this is that little bed that we planted with the survival garden seeds. You can see how fabulous these are all looking and coming in. Now we actually did get a frost come through here in the middle of September, which is very, very early for us. This stuff back here, because it's between the house and the woods, was actually really protected. A few of my plants on the side, some of the okra, tomatoes, and sunflowers were hit, but pretty much killed everything in Dan's garden. So we went over there and we harvested all of the peppers, all of the winter squash, and the last of the watermelon. So his garden is done for the year. This garden, poor little zinnias that haven't even opened, is still hanging in there. My Brussels sprouts, sorry, I don't know, some of them, like that one back there, I don't know if you can see, are looking okay. None of them are very big. It was so dry this year, and even with me watering them, they just didn't do great, which is sad because the plants actually look good, but just the Brussels sprouts themselves. And then the Brussels sprouts and cauliflower that I started from survival garden seeds, I finally just got them in the ground. Because it's getting so cold so early this year, there's no way these guys are gonna make it to doing anything. And there's some beans here because this is where I had beans before. I just tilled them up, and obviously some of them are coming back to life. I've also had a bunny in the garden. You can see he's nipped some of these. But the Brussels sprouts and cauliflower were kind of just an experiment for me. I started them really way too late if I had wanted to eat anything from them. And I don't have a greenhouse and I don't have a frost cover. And even with a frost cover, I don't think they would have gotten where they need to be before they would have been done before this year, because it's getting cold very quickly here. And like I said, we've already had a frost, and then every single night for the past 4 or 5 nights we've had frost warnings. Haven't had them, but warnings. So sorry guys. Any day now the garden's just gonna go on me, which honestly whatever. So in here, again, the survival garden seeds, carrots and radishes that we started. These are protected enough. I think the carrots I'm going to leave until spring either way. The radishes, they might hang on long enough to be able to eat them. Otherwise, I could pluck them and eat them like this, or I can just give them to the chickens. I still have leeks in here that I need to harvest. I still have some kohlrabi, beautiful, that I could harvest. This bed of carrots I could harvest anytime. I might leave it till spring. I'm just kind of exhausted from everything we've had going on, and harvesting Dan's garden was a really big project. I'm still in the middle of trying to get all of that preserved or put in storage or whatever. I pulled out most of the cucumbers because a bad frost came through here. I missed pulling out this one at the end. I need to do it, but not today. I bruised my thumb. The cosmos are blooming. They're sad because they need water, but it's supposed to start raining later today. So I don't feel like watering if nature's going to do it for me. And again, with the frost risk, I've just kind of been like, stuff is going to die here anyways. Oh, I am letting it kind of just do what it's got to do. A lot of peppers in here still. We've been eating a lot of peppers in here. These are actually just beautiful pepper plants this year. I'm going to do a lot less because with what we harvested from Dan's garden, what I'm going to need in terms of peppers for the next several years is very minimal. For long-term storage for mine, I dehydrate a lot of them, and those will be used in like his pickled eggs or anything like that. I think I'm going to do some powder because I've dehydrated so many. Like I have gallons and gallons of dehydrated peppers that making our own like spicy pepper powder sounds fun. And then I also just freeze a lot of them. Some of them whole to be used later, and some of them I will slice and like sear them or roast them in olive oil and then pack them in olive oil and freeze them like that. And those are really good for like fajitas or on pizza or whatever at a later time. Eggplants are coming in really well. These guys took a really, really long time to get going for me. I think I didn't have them in a sunny enough spot, but now they're coming in hot. And I have tried one eggplant recipe that we did not like. The next one I'm going to try is like a classic eggplant parmesan. So we'll see if that one goes. I have a bunch harvested and sitting in the house. I just need to go to the grocery store for some ingredients for that recipe that I found. But again, any day now, all this stuff is gone. The same thing with like my potted up dahlias. They're looking very sad and wilty because they need water. But one, it's going to rain, and two, I'm waiting for them to die back so that I can deal with them. I'm going to try to show you guys how I store my dahlias and gladiolas this year, because I do this every year. I tried filming it last year, and then I broke my phone screen and lost all of my videos and pictures on my phone. The roses, I wish you guys could smell these. I love my roses. This early bloom I get from them is pretty good. The about second and third blooms are like Japanese beetle invasion season, and then this last fall bloom I always get them without the beetles, but they'll turn a really dark color because of the cold. But yeah, so dahlias, I am waiting on pulling those up sooner rather than later. Once things start to die back in here, I will do a big garden cleanup. Isn't that beautiful? And I actually have, if you saw, I posted a short video of some protective gardening sleeves from Farmer's Defense that I used when I did the cucumbers, and I'll probably use them again when I come through here. And I'd actually like to try them when we do firewood too. For me, they're not something that I'm going to use every day because I like having my skin out in the sunshine so long as it's not cold. But for doing things like cleaning up prickly plants or throwing firewood or hay where my arms get all scratchy, I think they'll be good for that. Some more zinnias coming in here. But see, these dahlias just look, they need water. And as beautiful as they are, and as mean as it sounds, I am ready for them to die. Because once the dahlias die, and I get all those dug up, and the glads I could dig up pretty much any time. Really beautiful. All these pots will be moved out of the way, and then Dan brings in a few loads of the cow manure, and then I till that in, and then I plant my garlic. So I still have quite a bit I need to do in the garden for the end of the year, but it's just not happened yet. So if you can see the gladiolas between all the weeds, those are about done. I'm so good at letting the garden go to weeds in August and September. I'm like a professional at it. The glads actually went to seed this year, so I might try and collect those and grow them. Might be a complete waste of time because I'm assuming it will take several years before those would make any blooms out of them, but it could be a fun experiment. The okra, this is one of the ones that got nipped. He was a lot taller. Got nipped, kind of died back, kind of growing. I'm just letting these guys do whatever now. If they get far enough that I can collect seed from them, great. If not, whatever. The tomatoes, I'm so kind of sick of them, guys. I'm going to do way less tomatoes next year. Famous last words. Mostly I have been feeding the ripe ones to the chickens now. As bad as that is to say, the chickens love it. And I mean, they're not getting wasted. So that's good. Like that tomato trellis tipped over. I haven't even, whatever. It is what it is. See, there's critters in here stealing tomatoes and eating them. It's just, everything has gone to chaos. My one delicata squash I've left there. But yeah, this is the garden right now. It is chaotic. It is messy with food going to waste, and it just, I did too much this year when we had too many other things going on. So next year, scaling way back. More flowers, more garlic, more of the things we really love and that I don't mind dealing with. Less tomatoes, less peppers. But yeah, I will put in some clips, isn't that gorgeous, of just some harvests we did from Dan's garden over the summer. We did a bunch of sweet corn. We got a ton of sweet corn, and I just never put together a big enough like summer harvest Dan's garden video harvest, or enough clips to make a video solely for that. So I'll just tag it on at the end of this and you can watch it if you're interested, and if you're not, to heck with it. But and you guys can see some of the stuff that we got out of Dan's garden, because it's been a lot. I am sweating so bad. We are harvesting a truckload of corn tonight because tomorrow we're having friends over and we're doing a big sweet corn boil. We want 300 quarts. Another friend wants 200 quarts, and I would guess the other friends want at least 200 quarts. So the sweet corn patch is kind of nice. We've been eating corn almost every day, and been having friends come over and collect corn almost every day. Once we're done with the boil, we'll probably start selling some. But, woo! Video you for YouTube, but it'll just be your beautiful hands. It's a little bit like hide and seek to find ones that are ready, but you can smell them, especially the musk melons, which helps be able to find them. But we are eating melons daily. We are freezing a lot, which we'll eat over the winter or use in smoothies, and then we are giving some to friends. So right now it seems kind of crazy, but this is only going to last for the next couple weeks here, and then they'll be done, and then all the winter squash will be ready. And we started doing some hot peppers, and it's a lot, but it's fun. We did another big sweet corn boil, and now we have enough corn for the next year in our freezer. So, and we gave 2-3 other families, came and helped, and they also have enough corn for the year, all from our sweet corn patch. So that's pretty cool. Okay, these we all just picked, and this big watermelon over here. There were a couple more watermelon that I probably could have picked, and a couple muskmelon, but I gotta load the kids and the dog into the four-wheeler. So that is enough for today. We got this power